Greetings and welcome into Ankh Plays. Thanks for joining me once again today as we journey into the town of Anvilseal here in Dwarf Fortress. At the very end of episode 37, Ast Atulagam, the rock, made it onto the map and is threatening our existence in Anvilseal here. So we're going to unpause the burrow. We've already given our dwarves, our squads, the kill order. And we're going to try and take the beast down. As it launches up into the sky. 272 years old. That kills a human, and one beak dog, and a ram. But that's it. Nothing else. Terrified while in conflict. Is it going after a vulture? It might be going after a vulture. It is. The vulture's like, nope, you're not going to get me. And we have Selob. Oh. I think she killed something. Yep. Come on back down, Ast. Well, that's fine. If you're going to kill a vulture, that's totally fine with us. But we kind of do need to meet you in combat here. And right now it seems to be just as happy as a clam, just riding on the wind. Well above the fortress. We can't even see the fortress. There is a snowstorm. Coming back down. And that should be where our squads would have gotten involved. Was hovering there for a while. There we go. Panic's shaken. You made the mistake, Ast, of landing. Bemble, Mother, Urist are all fighting. All of you are fighting. Okay, let's take a look here. So the rock already killed the vulture. Strikes the militia commander, but the shot's blocked. Hammerlord, but he jumps away. Misses the Hammerlord. Hammerlord bashes the rock in the upper body with his Ushol Komet, which I think is probably his hammer, bruising the muscle. The force bends the right hip. The rock falls over. Uh-oh. When you fall over in a battle against dwarves, you're done. The Hammerlord bashes the rock with his Ushol Komet. So for Warhammer, bruising the muscle and bruising the guts. The rock looks sick. The rock tries to lash out against the Hammerlord and misses. Bashing him again. Muscle and gizzard. The rock vomits. We got rock vomit all over our faces. Nauseous, bleeding. And I think she's dead. Yep. No reachable valid target. That's because you killed it. Good job, dwarves. And let's see who got the killing blow there. The rock has been knocked unconscious. Militia commander. I think the militia commander got the kill here. It's going to be one of these dwarves. Right? Jurist or lore? Yeah, I bet you it's this this dwarf here. Jurist Abiheld. Seems to be fine. You're going to earn your nickname today. And it is going to be Avian Bane. Good job, Jurist. Usually you don't hear those two things said at the same time. But Jurist Abiheld. Yeah. Yeah, kills Ast Ford Natures. The Rock. At the beginning here. Wow, great job, guys. We should have a totem laying around, and I forgot to put the totem of the... Was it an Etten? No, it was not an Etten. It was the other thing. Let's go look and see. Because we'll want to make a totem out of that rock as well. We have a rock skull totem. Did we actually not... Let's go back over there. Have we not picked up these bones? No, we haven't. Okay. That would be why. Okay, so going back to the museum. And we've got this beautiful thing on display. We've got a rock skull totem here. I can't name it, but I think that's taken care of. So, yeah, let's butcher this thing, and let's have ourselves a bite to eat. And sorry, guys, but this is kind of one of those non-negotiable things. It has to be done. What are you doing up there? All right. I was a little worried there. I think everybody else is... Moody Dwarf can't find the needed item. Oh, and I just noticed that. That is an important detail. Logs, rock blocks, cut gems, tanned hides, metal bars, silk cloth, bones, and green glass. Whatever you are building is going to be something to behold, I am sure. Let's collect sand. Do that right away. We'll take care of Selob here. It takes a while to get to the sand. So I have to go all the way down through the pipe. Might be able to make that a little bit faster with a little bit of clever digging. Slight improvement in mood. We had 5 and 1 before, and know, we're getting there. We're never going to have a completely happy fort. Because I think that's impossible. I don't think the game's going to let you do that. Well, you got the chance to practice a martial art there, so I don't know what to tell you. Look at all that rock meat. Yeah. Oh, whoopsies. Should probably check. How is this burrow looking? Like, is it still up to date? Oh, no, it's not. Look at that, we cleaned all of that out. Can you believe that? That's insane. We probably should extend this burrow down. Oh, hey, look at that, we did. There we go. Much more happy with that. Got some construction orders to take care of. 3 more bolts. And we're trying to take care of sand here. Green glass. Raw green glass. Make some green glass. That's what we need to do. Should probably automate that. As long as we've got the bags. He's got everything he needs except for the glass. So... We're trying to, again, minimize the amount of work that we're doing. And giving the dwarves a chance to relax. Kind of spinning things down. I'm going to take the spring off, for sure. We're just going to disable all of the jobs. Stumpy got stung. And we'll take a look at some... basically what we'll do there is we'll take a look at... Okay, it's been marked to do now. We'll take a look at a bunch of dwarves. Well, I think we're going to roll through the watch list when we get around to year 55. We're going to roll through that watch list. We're going to disable every job. We're going to give everybody the year off. Or not the year off, but at least the first quarter off. And we're just going to eat and drink. And we're just disabling it. Nobody does any work. Like, there's a dwarf sleeping in a box of gems right now. Aesop, bin maker. Why are you sleeping? I don't understand why they're sleeping in these things. Is it because they're too busy? Here's a glass coming out. Go get it. Yep, he's on it. There you go, Sealob. That's great. Because it's late winter, you know? It's the 19th of Obsidian. We're getting close. Yeah, he's ready to go now. Rock leather bag. Nice. Those rocks don't bother me too terribly much. We've got a decent setup. But if we get the fortress calmed down a little bit, then we can actually start building some of our defensive structures, which is the hope. I think we got like 10 days left. And then we are going to go into a celebration. I don't care about the gizzard stones. You could trade them, but they're not really worth that much. I don't know what else you would do with them. Where's this guy going? Look at all those rock leather bags coming out. And here we go. 23rd of Obsidian, Sealob, the carpenter, has created Keblusoken, Udarlurit, the black cap splint. He offers it to the mighty anvils. It's a splint. I feel like that's useful. That is a 20,000 dwarf buck splint. Black cap splint. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality, as it should be. It's encrusted with round black zircon cabochon studded with steel. Decorated with plum wood and round green glass cabochons, encircled with bands of black cap, yak leather, and giant cave spider silk. This object is adorned with hanging rings of giant vulture bone. On the item is an image of the acrid rock, the yellow spessartine window in fungi wood. I think that's in our main hall. On the item is an image of dredged healers, the clutches of voice, the microcline ring in gabbro. Very nice. Let's put this on display in the museum before I forget. Museum is, yeah, right over here. And it's a splint. We spent entirely too much time and money invested in a splint. But, you know, that was his, that was what he wanted to do. Let's put it out here. Awesome. 20K. That's a big deal. Who is this? Ah, 2 crowns. Just hanging out with them. There's a scepter hanging out here. Made out of mica. Oh dear. Leather bags. Good. Let's check the justice screen. It's taken us a long enough time to get to this point, but I'm glad we're here finally. '26th of Obsidian. And this time I'm going to make good on my promise. We are taking a quarter off, and then we're going to see where we're at. All of the labor is going to stop. All the training is going to stop. In fact, we can actually roll these guys off right now. Let's go schedule. You're off duty. We'll give the soldiers a little bit of a break. And can we get this done? I hope so. Furniture, displays. Yeah, we got a bunch of rhyolite pedestals. These are all of our artifacts right there. There we go. We'll put that totem up here. Should be another rock skull totem. A rascal totem. Not quite. All right. We did get it all taken care of, right? What happened to that skull? Let's go down to... Is it bones? Those body parts, I think. Yeah, it's on display. I don't know where that rock went. Where did that bone go? Did they make it into... You know what? They might have made it into... There's a skull. Oh. I lied. First to granite, early spring, year 55. It's hard to believe. We've almost been here for 15 years. Actually, no, I'm sorry. 41 to 55, yeah. Almost 15 years. Ban on certain exports. Spring has arrived. Here comes that promise. Promised you guys this. Nobody does this. Nobody. 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 I don't know how this is going to work, but I guess we're going to find out. We'll let you do those. I don't know where that's at, but we'll let that run out too. We might have some very pissed off dwarves. Who's making these totems? Well, yak cow. I think we made the totems. There's a whole bunch of them now. Yeah, still haven't dug into that. Well, we'll have to do it in the summer. You're drinking, okay. 3 glorious months. Nobody's doing anything. Let's lock the door. Why are you all geared up? Abin. Check the orders. Everybody's off duty. Okay, you want to wear that? That's up to you. Well, there's certainly a lot of them in here. Telling stories. Taking some time off, I think, is going to be good for us. Yeah, there's dwarves heading up into the temples to worship. This is the most that I've seen dwarves worshiping in those temples. That's amazing. Mother's having a drink right out of the... She's headed out to pray to Goldenrod. We're supposedly safe in here. Someone just left a whole bunch of stuff here. That's not good. You guys aren't working? Nope, you're socializing. Great. Oh, you're grabbing some food. Yep. Good. I don't know if this is going to help. We're definitely going to drink some. Which is great. You know, the dwarves need that. They need some relaxation time. Look at all these dwarves down here. Uh-oh. That's paused. That's paused. Some vomit here. I hope that doesn't mean that we've got some stuff going on. Like, there's going to be a rumble out here. I'm not going to be happy. This is supposed to be a happy time, dwarves. Two bulls. Two extra cows. Oh, you just went and grabbed a weapon. Okay. Legendary hammer dwarf. Moses, the herbalist, is singing, or chanting. There's a way to see what they know. Like their knowledge. There it is. It's under skills. That's interesting. Glitter of Aquamarines, musical form. Bells of Amethyst, musical form. A dance. The Sister of Silkiness. And the Mauve Musics is also a dance form. Let's take a look here. Let's pause that. No Lunite blocks, guys. All the stuff will be here when you get back. Take a vacation. Where is this? Oh, wow. We just cancel that. How long has that been sitting out there? Wow. Why are you doing individual combat drills? You don't need to. Might have had a little too much, Segan. Oh, it's just a matter of time before this becomes a huge brawl in here. Now, some of these dwarves' moods are actually starting to improve, it seems like. Medtob. You've got stressed. Excited to get some drinks. We'll get some good thoughts into these guys. Just keep on watching what's going on. Keep an eye on that tavern specifically. Folks in the Farmers Guild socializing, watching a milking demonstration. Let's look in on Junior too and see what he's up to. Little kid. He's got to be getting to be close to 4. He's watching a dance. 4 years old. He had to have a drink without a goblet, which I don't understand. There should be a ton of goblets around. Yeah, there's a bunch of silver goblets. But 4 years on in the fort, hasn't really made any friends yet. But his mother keeps a close eye on him. And he's friends with the sheriff. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Okay, we might need to do just a little bit of cleaning, folks. Yeah, let's dump the rock kidneys. Well, that kind of put a damper on things. Oh, you know what? I think I have to turn hauling back on. Okay. Once those get hauled out of here, then we'll turn hauling back off. Don't want miasma. We're going to have to slaughter a whole bunch of cows. 23rd of granite. And things are going well. Where's our place to throw stuff into the lava from? I guess that would be in the zones thing. Places. Garbage. Oh yeah, just throw it off the edge. Yeah, that'll do it. Snowstorms come. Got the door locked. This temple is just bursting to the seams. The rest of these temples are doing okay. Lots of dwarves getting drunk. Tobal's down there partying. Let's take a look at Cyclops Bane. Kib's listening to a story. Going to go listen to some music now. I'm gonna go perform a dance. Let's look in on Ettenslayer. Obak. He's hanging out having a party too. Well, are you putting your stuff away? Oh yeah. A legendary hammer dwarf, and a legendary planter, a legendary woodcrafter, an expert organizer. This dwarf is truly the whole package. Wow, lots of friends too. He's putting away all of his stuff. Some dwarves are using this as an opportunity to get organized, you know? Hanging out down here too. Who else are we looking in on? We'll look in on Stigma. I don't know if I actually named Stigma on camera. But Stigma here, who's sound asleep, is not musical, obviously, but one of those troublemakers, you know? And is also partying. Part of the Silvery Anvil. a legendary hammer dwarf, and she managed to kill 2 dwarves during that brawl that I believe it was Herd Slayer started. So, and if we go into military and look at kills, 2 notable kills there in 52. Unfortunately. So we'll keep an eye on that. Hey, we've got some dancing going on. Nobody should be weaving right now. Third of slate, a whole month off. Let's take a look at Kib, our mayor. He's socializing. He's hanging out in Granite Oil, the Engravers Guild. Watching an engraving demonstration. And letting the dwarves pursue their own happiness at this point in time. We're drinking a lot of booze is getting drunk up right now. Let's check in on Mother. Mother brought her 4 children here, and she is worshiping. This is our first migrant. Looks like she's doing pretty well. Her eldest son perished. But Athel, Rakust, and Zolben, all here in the fortress still. And of course, Duke Dabbles is her older brother. She's shy. She's shy now. Got strengthened after not having proper clothing. She laughs at everything. Oh, wow. I'm glad Mother's still around. Let's check in on everybody's favorite. He's still grouchy. He's still stressed. He wants to craft an object. He wants to acquire an object, and he wants to be with family. But old One Arm, still hanging around. 87 years old. He didn't kill anything. His wounds haven't healed yet. Yak Calf had 2. Oh no, there's probably just a bunch of notifications piling up there. Let's check in on Dabbles. Duke Dabbles. He's cleaning. He feels satisfied at work. Ever the servant of the fortress, this guy. He does make some ridiculous puzzle box claims where we have to build puzzle boxes, but, you know, he's not making rock crafts just because, you know, why not? That's what he wants to do. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay if they want to make some rock crafts, you know? It's mid-spring, halfway through, work off, no work, you know? Aside from whoever's trying to keep weaving these threads. He made a masterpiece koboldite ring. You know, now he's going to have a drink. Sounds like a great day. Who's next? Let's check in on Herd Slayer. One of our legendary planters. Listening to stories. Just hanging out in the tavern. 100 years old. I think this might be the oldest dwarf that we have. He wants to fight. But he's not in a squad. But he did kill Steel Chance. And a yak cow for some reason. I don't know why he killed the yak cow. Was he part of the brawl? He did start that brawl. That's right, I forgot. And last but not least, Camel Slayer. She's socializing. She's part of the Silvery Anvil. She wants to be with family and friends and wander and acquire an object. I don't know how to satisfy the wander. How does that get satisfied, you know? Do they just need to go outside and hunt or something like that? Just watching a stone crafting demonstration. A lot of dedicated stone crafters in this fort. Look at that. Oh, they're making rock crafts because... Yeah, alright. Forgot to cancel that one. Still got a lot of work that's going to be coming up. Just looking through the places. This is actually really cool just to give the dwarves some time off and talk about what we've accomplished in the fortress. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And from here, it doesn't look like much. We've just got 2 pyramids and some windmills down there, way down in the distance. And, you know, from its humble beginnings, this place has become kind of a juggernaut. Right? Like, there's a complete lava moat surrounding it. Speaking of which, is this connected to anything? It's not. We'll need to connect that so we can retract it when we want. This would be a good time to have it retracted. But a lot of accomplishments going on in this fortress, you guys. There's been a lot of really cool stuff that's happened. We have a storied history here, even though we're, 14 years into it. And, like, I didn't think that this lava moat was going to be something that could actually be constructed here. You know what I mean? Like, this is really big. I didn't think that we would get this, especially when we had this little accident down here and nearly flooded the residence hall. But, we're still here. We're still here. We're still fighting, still building. And it's really cool. I've never done this actually with a fortress, if I'm honest. I've played Oh, I'd say 5 or 6 forts, and I've gotten a couple of them quite a ways into maturity. And this is the first fortress that I've actually played where I did manage to stop and give the dwarves 3 months off. And it's really interesting to watch the behavior of these dwarves. You know, we've got, I'd say, 8 or so. We've got 10 dwarves that we're watching out of our 99. And we know quite a few of the others, you know. Um, but this fortress has been coming along. And, you know, what, 10 deaths? 11 deaths? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A dozen. A dozen deaths. A dozen deaths. A dozen sacrifices. It doesn't come easy. You know, this type of thing does not come easy. Another... Oh, that's a big dance. Look at that. It's an entire circular dance. I've never seen that before. They have to have enough dwarves, I guess, to do that. That is super cool. The fact that this game processes all of that and does all of that stuff is really amazing to me. Look, there's a flask just sitting here. Well, off they go. All right, dwarves. Well, we're coming up to 2 months off, and nothing bad has happened so far. But there are some things that are piling up. We are going to have to do some slaughterage of our yaks. The yaks definitely need to be slaughtered. And we want to put we want to get that totem of Ast's rock skull out there. And yeah, we'll need to, you know, there's a few new recruits that we have to have set up. Oh man, somebody's Warhammer. Alakmadin. Okay, and here we go. We made it into this 3rd month, and it's Stigma again. This time, who is brawling. Oh boy. This could get bad very, very fast. Okay, well, we got some fighting that's happening. Starting a fist fight. Stigma is a problem. That's a big problem. We're giving you time off. And you go and do something like this. She killed somebody. Oh boy. Punched in the head. She just killed Nil. That's too bad. 13. I don't even know. You try and do something nice for these guys. Okay, well, you're gonna go away for murder. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Here's what we need to do. Yeah, let's 24 witnesses. Should be an open shut case. We got to turn hauling back on. Okay. Poor Nil. Sins at Cyril. Rest in peace, Nil Sins at Cyril. And let's see what's happening with Stigma here. I'm honestly contemplating ejecting her from the fort. Just make sure this guy gets buried, please. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Where are you going? All right. Okay, well, we don't care about that, but let's do this. Stigma, the furnace operator, prepared by Captain of the Guard, met with subject, intended to build rapport under the illicit information. Subject, spurning the value of cooperation, refused to listen, despite being inclined to converse. In retrospect, interrogator may have completely misjudged the subject's character. Yeah. One of these is murder, dude. I don't know where you think you're going, but you don't have long here. That's her third kill. She's getting taken back to interrogate. Okay. Subject was not afraid and refused. Alright, well. I guess I could just, like, convict her. Being led back in to be interrogated. Let's see. Maybe I should interrogate somebody else on this. Back in with you now. Because she's just refusing. Okay. Alright, we have to do justice on this, you guys. Let's go talk to Mother. She's gonna eat. If Mother says you did it, and I'm sure she's gonna say that. What's going on here? We shouldn't have any tasks going. Sorry, Mother. How did that interview go? She was cagey and refused to reply. Okay. All these people say Stigma did it. I know you're eating right now, but you're not going to an engraving demonstration, I'll tell you that. Or you might get there. Okay, now there's a fight going on. Oh, this is Sodal. Oh, no. Oh, I missed it. Yeah, you're going to jail. I might throw you out for that. Sheriff is fine. Good. Two injured citizens. One's there. Yeah. This is unfortunate. Oh man, she got torn up. Oh man. She maimed somebody else too? Yeah, you're lucky you just got a small injury. Repentant after being confined. I don't think that's going to change anything. Everyone else was doing just fine, and you had to go in and ruin it. You stay in that corner for a while. We need an empty bucket. See if those buckets get made. Well, we're midway through the last month. And Stigma struck again. Unfortunately. That's 3 she's crossed off. Tobal's gonna go give her water. Shaken after being beaten? Yeah, you're lucky. You're very lucky. Still, not a bad start. Not a bad start to the year 55. Rest in peace, Nil. That's very, very sad. Seabrook is cleaning again. Well, we're winding this one down. This has been an interesting episode. I was kind of actually expecting to have a fight a little bit earlier on. And the fact that it didn't happen until almost the very end, I suppose is all right. Wonderful restraint and a fine bed. Blowing off steam. 21st of Fellsight. We're getting there, guys. I didn't realize how hard it would be to take 3 months off. Like, oh, we should do this, we should do that. Nope. Just let the dwarves have their fun. We have drank a lot. It's 500 booze. There's a little Tobal. Yeah, it does have some old clothing, I suppose. I think we need to boost up our textile industry. We certainly have the farm for it, the garden for it. Some more dancing going on down there. It's too bad. Oh, a big dance. Another big dance. Well, I'm going to do this more often, I think. This is cool to watch them kind of relax and do their own thing. See what they want to... Let them craft and do what they want to do, you know? "42 days in prison." Boy, it's not murder, huh? It's just disorderly conduct. Closed cases. Yep. Well, I'm glad that we have a prison system. That's really important. I think as this fortress grows, we're only going to see more types of violence, unfortunately. Frontier life is hard, you know? It's not for everybody. My God, we have drank so much booze. It's a wonder any of you guys are still standing. There it is. Back to work, boys and girls. Back to work. Right after the save. All right. Let's unpause. All of the stuff that we need to do. Collecting hive products, yeah. Looks good. Let's go to labor. Only selected. Nobody. Nobody. Only selected. Yeah, let's not do anything there. Nobody does this because there's no plants. Sealob is a legendary carpenter. Let's do that. We got 2 legendary carpenters now. Love it. All right. I think we're back in business. Why do I keep doing that? I don't know. We got a bunch of cave wheat to blue, sweet pods, plump helmets, 1,957 plump helmets. We don't have a problem. It's your problem. All right, well, we're going to ease back into it. We're not just going to go full tilt. I'm not going to start building anything just yet. But we'll let the dwarves kind of adjust back into a little bit more normal life. Get back to work. You're stuck in there. That's interesting. Why do we have a big granite boulder sitting here? Let's pull that lever. Let's put another lever down. And then we're going to link up our bridge here that we've forgotten to do, which is hilarious. Do that right away. We'll go back up to the museum. We should have 2 rock skulls now. 2 rock totems. Nope. A bunch of yak skull totems. Okay. Make 10 more. Getting back to planting here. Cave wheat's on. Still a lot of dwarves hanging out down here. That's fine. And Godin Thumbrush has become possessed. All right. Another artifact going on. Yeah. Taking a craft store's workshop. Let's pull that lever. Just want to make sure it works. Clank. Yeah, nice. There's no way for us to get to the other side of this moat now. Unless we fly. Great. I like it. Let's put the bridge back up. Moody Dwarf is gathering items. And we're just going to go slow. I'm going to go slow back into this. What's going on here? Okay, someone left their wine water skin here. It's got a bunch of wine in it. Should see some weird job cancellations, I think, for the next couple of months. There we go. That's all I cared about, was making that other rock skull. And we'll get these guys set up here. Excellent. Hey guys, it looks like the last few minutes of commentary for this episode got trimmed off by an unfortunate technical error which caused me to stop recording them. That technical error was me pushing the wrong button, which turned off my mic for the remainder of this episode. So I'm going to let the episode play out commentary free, just in case there's any additional details that you'd like to pick up from this part of the playthrough. But I'll go ahead and sign off right now. This is done, of course, in post. So thank you for watching this, and enjoy the remaining footage. And don't forget to hit someone with some kindness. We'll see you next time.